Hey everyone, it's Keela here for Soy and Shea. Thank you so much for joining me for today's soap making video. I'm about to get stuck into doing the Christmas soaps, and the first one on my list is one that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years but have never really had the right tools to do it. I first tried back in 2019 by trying to cut my own cardboard scraper disc, and it just didn't work. I couldn't get the fine details in it. The following year I had a go at doing it with a printed scraper disc, but I just could never get the right consistency in the soap to get those details to come out. Well, earlier on this year, Lisa sent me an extruder disc with one of my orders of this beautiful star, and I knew immediately how I was going to finally be able to do this Three Wise Men style of soap. And I wrote to Lisa and asked if she could make me the Wise Men in separate extruders to go in her large extruder tool, which I call Big Boy, and she obliged and she made me the Three Wise Men figurines to go into the big tool. And not only that, she does have them available on her website for sale for anyone else who's interested in doing a soap in this style. So let's go and see how I make my frankincense soap inspired by the Three Wise Men. Let's go. Alright, so let's start making these embeds. I've got my Big Boy extruder, as I call it. This is the one from Lisa at I Dream in Soap. I have got my disc with one of the Wise Men in. Pop it in the bottom. We'll screw that one on. And then I have my black soap dough here. And I know I'm going to need a fair bit of this. So let me get it unwrapped. Alright, so I've just got that squished down so we can get it into the column. So we'll pop that in. So now I'm going to grab the other bit here. I'm just going to pull the trigger back and pull that up to the top. Pop this one on and then screw that top piece on here. And then we're just going to simply squeeze that handle, and as this moves down, it's going to push that soap dough at the bottom. So you can see the shape of him already coming out. One of the tricks I have learned with using the big extruder discs that have got that bit of detail in them, when you put your soap dough into the column there, you do need to make sure that it is nice and smooth with no air pockets in it. Otherwise you do get lots of air pockets around the edge of this. And you also need to go quite slowly. Don't be tempted to go too fast, otherwise you do end up with those sort of little air pockets spurting out at you. But that is the first one all extruded. Let me bring that one up close for you so you can see how perfectly shaped that is. I am going to get these other two Wise Men all done up, and I am also going to do the star. Alright, so I have just given the tube a quick clean out. I find using a bottle brush is really handy for cleaning out the excess dough, and that was just so I didn't get black stuck on my gold colour for my star. So I've got all that nicely conditioned, and we're going to squeeze out this star as well. Alright, so we've got our oils, we've got our lye, we've got all of our soap dough pieces. First thing I'm going to do, I've cut these to size so that they fit inside my mould, and I am just going to line them up in the bottom here and just keep fingers, toes and everything else crossed that they do stand up straight when we go to pour in. our soap, and I am going to try and keep them to the one side of this mold, so I've still got room to put that star over on this side. And this one's going to be a little bit of a high top soap because even though I've got all this soap dough in here, I haven't really discounted how much oil I use. Usually use 1.77 kilos, and I've taken it down to 1.7, so I get a nice high top on this one. So I've got all of those sitting in there nicely. Hopefully they will stay where I have put them. Let's get the oil and lye water mixed up, and then we will start splitting it up for the colors and adding the fragrance. Alright, so we are mixed up, and the colours I'm using today, I have got in here some grape soda purple to give me that sort of real royal purple colour that you associate with the Three Wise Men and frankincense gold and myrrh and all of that sort of thing. I also have some extravagance gold in here just to represent the gold that we associate with the Three Wise Men. And into my big pot, I'm going to do a little bit of a concoction of colours to try and get myself a navy blue. So I'm using the dark navy from off of Nurture Soap to make sure that it does keep that blue tinge and doesn't go too sort of grey. I'm going to put in a bit of the Klein blue, but then I'm also going to add in a little bit of black oxide to try and keep that navy sort of colour to the blue as well. So we'll get it mixed up and we'll see what we've got. Before we get the spatula too dirty, we'll add in our fragrance oil, and I'm using one just simply called Frankincense from off of Aroma. It's one of the very few that I could get my hands on that was a frankincense that was actually body safe. So it's just got those notes of frankincense. It's quite woody, not as sweet as some of the frankincense and myrrh fragrances that are out there, but I think that will appeal to an awful lot of people. So give that a bit of a mix, and then I can mix my darker colours as well. That was tricky. I was kind of thinking I wish I had one of those magic third hands that you see so many other soap people manage to pull into their camera view, but it's in there. I'm going to put my star right on the very top there, and hopefully we've not moved that little wise man there, and I'm just going to finish pouring this gently on the top. Alright, so that has been a little bit of a mess, but I'm really happy with how that's come up. It's exactly how I kind of envisaged it. So I'm going to give it a bit of a dusting with some Extravagance Gold mica. Get some dust going everywhere. It's actually a Monday today. I had to come into the shop because I was getting my air conditioner serviced, and I figured it was easier to get it done on a Sunday when there was no one in here. And while he was cleaning it out, I'm thinking, I wonder how much mica and glitter they're going to start finding in this over the years. But oh well, that has come up absolutely stunning. What I've got here are some frankincense pearls, or tears, or whatever they want to call them. Hubby and I were out one day, I think we were at Mount Tambourine, and we stopped off at this little shop, and she had all soaps and things, but she also had all these other little bits and pieces like botanicals, and she had these frankincense pieces, and I knew you could buy them, I'd just never actually seen them. And I thought I liked the size of them, and I thought I'm going to get some of these. And I actually bought them for Christmas last year and never actually did a frankincense themed soap. But this year, seeing as we've got them, I am going to put that little piece of frankincense on the top of each and every one of these bars just to finish it off. Okay, so here it is. This is my frankincense soap. I won't be calling it the Three Wise Men because every year you get the same old jokes about wise men, and I just don't really want to deal with it this year, so I'm just going to leave this one with frankincense. I am absolutely loving the top on this. The camera really doesn't do it much justice. Can't wait to see the inside. I am going to leave this one sit here for a couple of days for me. As I said, it's Monday. I'm usually closed Monday, Tuesday, but we'll be back very shortly. We'll cut it open and see what those little embeds did on the inside. Okay, we are back to cut into frankincense, and I am so looking forward to this. Spraying those frankincense pearls with the rubbing alcohol has really brought up the shine on them. They're looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's get this one lined up in the soap cutter. I have a little leaf from the previous soap I was cutting, so we'll get that out of the way. We are lined up. Let's cut through and see if we were able to get the wise men to sit in their place properly. We are almost through. Thunk she goes. Alright, so let's grab one from out of the middle and take a look. I am so worried that my little wise men have fallen over, but let's grab one. Oh look! They are all standing. That is absolutely perfect. I am in love with that. I have wanted to make a soap like this for so long, and thank you, Lisa, for finally making it possible to do this. I absolutely love the detail in those men. That purple and gold is just so regal and royal, and that blue has come up, the perfect blue color for what I was wanting out of this soap. I am so happy with this one. There is another piece. You can just see that we've got all those sort of swirls. Looks like he's starting to lean up a hill there. That was just because I was having that little bit of difficulty getting them all to balance. But I'm just absolutely loving them. And you can really tell that each of those men have got completely different features and are carrying different gifts as well. So I am so super happy. As I said, Lisa did make these discs that I requested and does have them up for sale on her website if you are wanting to make a Three Wise Men. I know she definitely has the Wise Men. I can't remember if I've seen the little star on there or not. There were two different sizes that she sent to me, but I wanted to go that really big one and really make a statement in there. I love how this purple and gold has swirled in there. I am so happy with this one. There is another piece there. I love this gold color. I think love is the word in this soap today, but this is that extravagance gold, and it is one of the very few gold micas that I can actually get to look like gold, and it does sparkle and shimmer as well. And see, each of the pieces have got their little piece of frankincense on the top, and it does smell really good. He's floating. It does smell really good as well. It is held nice and strong and true in here. So I hope you have enjoyed watching how I made my frankincense soap. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until the next video comes out, I hope you have a great one, and I will see you then. Bye.